Anytime, anywhere. Access inspiration that never switches off. Stuck in traffic? Elevate your mood and own the moment. Just looking busy? Make every second count. Tap into Kingdom content instead. One tap, instant power, real transformation. Download the Elevate TV app now. Exclusively on Google Play.
Elevate TV, advancing Kingdom lifestyle.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, our viewers. Welcome to the Monday Morning Digest. I'm your host, Godfrey Gichuki, and this is another amazing Monday morning. And as usual, you know, as the days roll, this is the last quarter of 2025, and it's always a joy, a pleasure to start off the day, the week, big and strong. And today is a good day. So I welcome you to this conversation. I welcome you to this show. And as always, I have an amazing guest today. We are going to be focusing on baby care industry. And this is a very interesting space where motherhood meets enterprise, and I have an amazing guest here. But before we go into that, I would like to ask you, those of you that are on our social media platforms, please share the links with your friends, invite one and all, and let's get this conversation going. And we'll be talking about, of course, babies and motherhood and all that. And those of you that are maybe first-time mothers or mothers, you have 3 children or so, your babies are young, this is a conversation you don't want to miss. I have someone who is so invested in this industry. She is so passionate, and you want to hear why she is doing what she is doing, and this is going to really give you a lot of insight. We'll even talk about baby formulas and recipes and what have you, everything baby. So if you have questions, please ask. Let me ask my guest over here. She is Elizabeth Wanjiku. Elizabeth Wanjiku. She's Elizabeth of the baby Banda. I guess that's what maybe you are known by. But anyway, you're going to be introducing us. She's she's a leader in the baby care industry, well-traveled, and she's very passionate about bringing together all the players in the industry. Maybe perhaps be able to lobby government and also get the industry organized, because apparently it's not organized, but she's going to be telling us more. So what you do, Elizabeth, look at this camera, invite your friends, tell them to join in this conversation, wapatia salamu na wakaribishe.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to Elevate TV. Please join on the channels. It's going to be an interesting conversation. You want to hear what is happening in this mom and baby industry and the things that are going on, and also of the insights we've gathered over time, our own experiences on being mother and baby. So, yeah, welcome.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
Asante sana. So, Elizabeth, let's start by you giving us, introducing yourself to us. Tell us about, how you got to where you are, your background. Give us all the little stories and all that to where you are today. You can also talk about motherhood, your own personal experience as a mother. How many children do you have? And then we can talk about your passion. How did you get into this industry? What motivates you? What keeps you going? All right, so just go right ahead.
Yeah, so my name is Elizabeth Wanjiku, and I am a mother of 3 children, 1 girl and 2 boys. I'm also married to 1 man. Yeah, so we've been raising a family for the last 13 years. My daughter is now 13, my firstborn daughter.
Right.
So the passion for this space in terms of mom and baby came about just before I got my daughter. We realized there was a gap in the industry. Baby products were so expensive. Baby products were so expensive. It was hard to find good quality that was well priced.
Okay.
So we started a retail aspect of the business. Its name is Kiddie Closet.
Okay.
Where brought in products that are price friendly but good quality, and that's a retail angle. We also have been involved in the Baby Banda. Baby Banda is a brand that is a homegrown brand. It's been here for the last 16 years.
Okay.
And in the 16 years, what we do is that we manufacture mother and baby products for the industry and distribute them to various shops and supermarket outlets. We also have the Baby Banda Fair. The reason even for this conversation is because of the Baby Banda Fair. We are now doing in 2025 the 16th edition, and the 16th edition is just a commitment of, time to the mother and baby and the industry players.
Okay.
The Baby Banda Fair happens every year, once a year in September at 𝗪𝗏 Expo, and it brings in together different stakeholders who come in to showcase what they have in the mother and baby space. And it offers a lot of value to the mothers. There's a lot of experience they get at the fair. And some of the experiences is free scans, free maternity shoot. They get to hear and experience different activities, listen to experts. We are very keen in terms of experts. The Baby Banda brand is a brand that believes in giving mothers expert information and building their knowledge. So if you asked in one line what Baby Banda is, it's creating the motherhood experience, making the motherhood journey easier.
Okay.
That's what it does. So that's what I do. So it's been quite a while running these industries, and within that period of time, there's been a lot that we've come to understand and learn. It's not been easy, even just to be here, and how the market dynamics has changed. And I have to add that the industry had a big change when COVID happened. COVID turned around that industry. The models that were operating before COVID, how it was working, COVID had a big change in terms of how the industry changed and became. So we've seen a lot of, I would say we've seen a lot of faces. We were dealing with primarily millennial moms when we started our businesses.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it was just like a wake up of Gen Z is also another, community in itself that came up, when you're just recovering from COVID, because I would say the impact of the Gen Z market was felt after the COVID, after COVID. That's when the impact of it felt, and there are different patterns and their way of doing things. And I feel that for us was such a big lesson about preparing for the next market segment.
Right.
Especially when you're a growing brand. So growing a business, when you're growing, like for the mother and baby care, there's no mentor. There's no people who've come before us. The people who were here in the industry before was Biashara Street. It was one street in town. That's where everyone knew they're getting their baby products. Yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth, I like the flow. I can let you just talk all the way, and I'm very, very excited. I think you're gonna hear amazing things. To be honest, hapo Meguza, you know the Biashara Street phenomenon.
Yes.
It was one street. The
Yes.
baby industry in this country or in the city of Nairobi has been one street.
Yes.
Biashara Street.
Yes.
That's the place. You are expecting a baby, you are looking for baby products, maybe you're due in a few months. You have to walk up and down Biashara Street and just sample things out. And it's amazing actually, Elizabeth, to see anybody who is a business-minded person can actually see, I mean, this industry has always been this small, one street.
Yes.
But now it has exploded, and here you are. So maybe perhaps people like to hear, a little bit in terms of Baby Banda. Is that your own manufacturing farm? Yes. You and the other partners, can I buy shares into it? Yeah, so
we've had proposals.
Yeah, okay, so and you've been running for 16 years.
Yes.
Let's talk about that bit of the work. So you got into baby products, you started manufacturing. What sort of products do you provide in that man? We'll talk about the baby fair later. Okay. Yes.
So thank you for that, Gigi. I appreciate that question because it's a journey I really would like to share. So Baby Banda were the first company in Kenya to introduce the breastfeeding pillow. Now, breastfeeding journey is very interesting.
Yes.
Before we brought in the pillow.
Yes.
And how the pillow was done, we also had another director. She's no longer part of the business, but her name is Carol. And what she did in the initial, because she did that work, was go to mothers in churches and start giving them the pillow for free. So it was the first business to manufacture and bring. It's even our flagship product, the breastfeeding pillow. It was not here. So when mothers wanted to breastfeed, they would take the pillows in the house that they use for sleeping and put the baby, because the positioning of this, after a while, your arm gets tired, yeah, holding the baby like that. And you remember, you can see the distance between here and your lap, where the baby is.
Yes.
So when we developed the breastfeeding pillow and locally manufactured, it existed in other economies, but there was none in Kenya.
Right.
So that was our first innovation. I just want to say Baby Banda we are always innovating.
Yes.
And after bringing in the breastfeeding pillow, mothers are liking the product, finding value in it. We continued in its manufacture and introduced other products. We have, so if you see any product in Kenya, we always say Baby Banda produced it first.
Right.
Including the L pillow, which some people call the C pillow. And the L pillow is the pillow that we make for moms when they are pregnancy. During your last trimester, the pregnancy gets really heavy. And the back for the mom becomes very strained. And the sleeping position becomes a problem. So what we have produced is a pillow that moms can use when they are sleeping to support the belly, because the belly now, as the pregnancy gets towards the 8th, 9th, 7th month, the belly is very heavy. If a mom sleeps, the baby, you feel like your baby is pushing up on you.
Yes.
So you can't breathe properly. Yes. So what happens is that we also have such a pillow that a mother uses when she's sleeping at night to provide comfort. So it supports the belly, supports her neck, and it lifts up. The position is done. And all these products are on our website.
Okay.
You can see them on their website. So over time, we've developed other products. We have changing mats that the mama uses when she's changing the baby, one on the go, one at home. We also have a neck pillow. We really have worked towards developing products for mothers. So, I mean, the neck gets strained for a mom, the neck. So we have a neck pillow, some that we produce also, and this is also used for the mother when she's sitting down and resting, because the neck gets tired. She's moving up and down a lot.
Yes.
We also have a wedge pillow. This is for the chair, the back for working moms, and even moms in the house, even for the moms who are doing their working from home. Your back back, pregnancy curves your back. You know, your back curves like this when you get pregnant. Huh?
Okay.
So you need something to support your back so that your back straightens. So we also have a wedge pillow that we manufacture. And we've been doing these products for that long. In the market, we supply them to baby shops and distribute them. These are handmade products. We've really maintained the standards. They are 𝗕𝗂 certified. They are certified, they're standardized, and we've developed a business process to make sure that we produce quality products and source very well for our products. I mean, we are just very careful in terms of the products that we give out to the market. We also have breast pads. You know, breastfeeding, milk is always leaking. We also produce that, locally manufactured here as well. There are a lot of imports in the market, but we locally manufacture and developed it. Took us 6 months to develop that product. We also have other products that we are developing that are in the pipeline, because of course of how the market changes and the needs, and also our products now has a lot of copycats in the market.
Right.
So we also are working on innovation of additional products. So you'll see some Baby Banda products on your shelves soon. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing. Thank you very much indeed. As you follow this conversation, I'm talking to Elizabeth. She's, you know, part of the entrepreneurship team at Baby Banda, and all the things that you guys do, and this is a very interesting you know, industry. Well, I was a young father very many years ago.
How many?
My youngest daughter is 23, so that tells you that it's been a long time. Before Gen Zs and Alphas came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are the Gen Zs now. Your children are the Gen Zs.
My children are the Gen Zs. So yes, I definitely can hear you, and actually appreciate the fact that you know, motherhood is transforming over time. I think everybody wants, most people want comfort, convenience, plus of course once you combine working mothers, that then means that you want to make sure that that whole experience is smooth and that the baby is actually well taken care of, while you're still hustling and connecting these other spaces. So that's very, very good. So let's then go back to the baby care industry itself. Talk about the industry now in a larger scale. So I think of the set, you talked about the fact that this is a very thin margin industry and all the challenges, and now of course right now you're paying VAT on some of the products. I think diapers are being charged VAT. I don't know what else is VATable, and if there is anything that is VAT free. So talk about that.
So thank you, Gigi, for that, because I think the industry conversation around mother and baby in Kenya has to really be spoken, because it has an impact on the bigger Eastern African region. In terms of products, you know, when even other economies come to launch products after Nigeria and the Middle East, the next stop for the Eastern African market is Kenya. So there's a lot that can be supported to grow the industry, because it ends up spreading itself to the rest of the Eastern African market. There's a lot of opportunity, of course, in the Eastern African region for mother and baby products. The industry challenges that it faces is that a lot of people will tell you, but you're doing mother and baby, you people have business all the time, you sell all the time, your business never lacks customers. And then you listen to that, because a lot of people like to say that. And I'm like, it's a business. It has the same challenges like any other, and it has the same opportunities like any other business. But I would say the exception of the mother and baby industry is the market segment you're dealing with. The baby is your ultimate customer. Right. And this baby means a lot to their parents. Okay. Yeah, so when you talk about so you have the customer who who is the baby.
Yes.
But the buyer is not the baby.
Right.
The purchaser is the mother, is the mother and father.
Yes.
They're the ones who are the ones who end up removing the money.
Yes.
But your customer is the baby.
Okay.
Yes. So then the interesting is a very emotive industry.
Yes.
You're talking with people who've just had a baby, and for you to tell them that you have the best products for them, for their little perfect human being, because you can imagine how, I mean, you know how a parent looks at their children.
Yes.
So you must. So it's an industry that comes with a lot of balance because of the products. I mean, the care that comes with what products you're giving to the market, talking to that market and the language you use to talk to them, because this is their everything.
Yes.
You're talking about, and they can die for this little person, you know. So it's an industry that has all those dynamics. So products come in. The challenge, I would say, for the industry is that because of how much it has an opportunity in terms of mass market products and pricing, the biggest challenge is lack of standard in the quality of products sometimes that come into the market, and lack of regulation.
Okay.
So that is a big part of the problem. When products just come, someone brings in a container, they pour a diaper in the market for one container, the product goes around the market, then everyone now wants it. Then you come back, they come back to you and the product is no longer there. And they come back again, it's no longer there. So the lack of consistency in the industry, because marketing for diaper is not easy.
Right.
Bringing a diaper brand in the market is not an easy job.
Okay.
It involves a lot of capital infrastructure. So you'll go and find someone in Isilia has brought a whole container, diaper you've never heard of. It's not your Huggies, it's not your Pampers, you know, it's not your Nip Nap, you know, it's not your Molflix, brands that you know, Soft Care. But then the product comes and then you're just seeing a diaper in the market with the name, let's say Joy or something. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, moms are now started using it. It's no longer in the market.
Wow.
They exited. That's a big challenge that happens.
Okay.
Growing the brands is growing a brand here in the mother and baby. It's a very disrupted market. Same with also clothing, textile.
Yeah.
Textile is a big problem because of the pricing factor. You're talking to young families that are starting. You're selling a baby item for, let's say, 1,800 to 2,000 or 1,500. The mass market, this is quite a lot of money when a young family is starting for one item.
Yes.
So in itself, then the second-hand market ends up filling that gap.
Okay.
You know, your toy market, you know, they end up filling that gap. So the industry, in terms of formalizing it, ends up facing challenges because of just the dynamic of how a young family starting, what is their level of income, and so what I keep on saying is that the total sizable market, you have a huge mass market, but then the affordability of the products that would be able to create an industry out of it, rather than it being just churning out products, build brands out of it, ends up being a challenge because your middle class are the ones who are able to afford some of the products. So the industry ends up facing those challenges. You have what mothers need, what you're saying, baby formula, diaper, they need these products.
Yes.
The baby has to, if a mother is having challenges with breastfeeding, the baby has to eat.
Yes.
You know, so what happens in those instances? Your formula is costing almost 2,000 shillings one tin. The baby is going to use 4 tins in a month.
Right.
And yet you've not calculated the diaper. Your diaper is costing 1,800 again to 2,000. So averagely, you're saying if your baby is on formula and using diaper, this baby is having consuming household budget of almost like 3 diapers. So that's 6,000, then add 8,000.
Yes.
And that's around 14,000.
Yes.
So you have one household member who is not paying fuel. There is no transport. They are not going by matatu. But one household member has consumed 14,000.
Every month.
Every month.
Yes.
And then they still need to buy other products supporting. So when the middle class shrinks, it's a big problem for the industry because the affordability of this lifestyle, it's not cheap to raise a baby.
Yes,
So then that causes a big gap in the industry because for textile then you're your market is not big enough to sustain a manufacturer in China manufacturing just for you.
Okay, okay. And I think the other thing is, Elizabeth, maybe we also need to talk about is the fact that you see every industry, the minute we start talking about an industry, there are a lot of people who think, oh, man, there is money here. And they want to come in. And there have also been the old problem of, for example, like you're saying, the toy markets that fills up, where because you are priced at say like 1,800, 2,000 shillings for a pack of diapers. I don't know whether they are second-hand diapers anyway, but anyway, let's say the apparel, the clothing. So then you find you have to have all these people filling in, and then how about the challenge of shall we call them gray importers? Guys who import and they don't pay taxes, they come through some back route and stuff like that. How big a problem is that?
It's a very big problem. I actually want to add here that I'm also a board member for Retail Traders Organization. I mean, that is a huge problem. It's a huge problem, what we call the Eldoret route, the Isili route. It's called the... that route doesn't products come, I mean, through shipping companies. I mean, everyone uses shipping companies that import, and when the products come into the market, there's no KEB certification, there's no documents, the importation documents that you have to pay so much if you're coming through the normal channels. I mean, by the time those products land in the market, and for you, you've already done your structure. You've paid all the taxes from the importation. Your supplier has even paid, the VAT, and that comes to the port. You've paid KRA, the port. You paid Port Authority. By the time you come and put that product in the market, it can't compete. Yeah, it can't compete, and it's a big challenge because that's the import method that a lot of people are using. So I feel the regulation has to, of course, come through the shipping companies, because that's where the control is lost, because they have a proper route. They can import for you, a big retailer, let's say like Naivas, maybe a supplier to Naivas, and they can import to, and then there's someone else coming to import through that route. And then when you bring your product on the shelf, you're also putting again VAT. Because you're giving the customers receipt at the end that they've paid tax. But then other people don't put. Yeah, they don't pay when you bring products to that. How do you compete? And then let's not add the factor that now I can sell on social media without being without me having to open any formal space. Any formal space, any retail facility. You just use the TikTok. Yes, live and sell to people without a tax receipt.
TikTok and what, Instagram. Yes, Instagram TikTok, Live. Instagram, Facebook. By the way, I think I haven't seen a lot of people posting their products on Facebook. I think maybe Facebook has some bit of control. I don't know what happens there. But anyway, so you're saying...
The market segment.
Yes, you're saying that if you are you have a real shop, you have a manufacturing, you are actually... your competition, you have very, very huge competition, but people who don't play by the same rules you are playing with.
Yes, yes, exactly.
That is very, very amazing indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about baby care industry, where motherhood meets enterprise. Some of you have been thinking that, look, I think there is opportunity. Some of you are very, very passionate about products for babies and mothers, and there is and you feel that maybe perhaps you could get involved in that industry. My guest here, Elizabeth, is actually very much in the heart of this whole business. She knows what's going on, and so please, you can reach out to her, and she can offer you a lot of ideas, so that you can also get involved if you are interested. So, Elizabeth, I like your experience. You have amazing experience in this space. So we'll be talking about how the efforts you and others in the industry are making. We'll be talking about the fair, the Banda you call it what?
Baby Banda fair.
Baby Baba fair, and some of the key players, what's going on there, and what they are offering. Okay. So let's I think we'll take a short break. Okay. When we come back, we will dive into the rest of the activities going on in the industry, and you tell us what's the future like. All right. Yes. And maybe then we talk to mothers. All right. There are mothers that are hesitating to get into motherhood, and because it's hard to be a mother. Maybe you need to tell Gen Zs, you know, they don't want pain. Huh? They don't they don't want pain. They don't want inconvenience. Yeah, you need to tell them to wake up from sleep. You know, motherhood means a little bit of pain and inconvenience. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a short break. When we come back, we return to this conversation. Don't go away. Keep it Elevate. This is an amazing conversation.
Elevate your brand with Elevate TV, a premier media station in the country. We specialize in video production, live coverage, advertising and social media marketing. We do quality production for YouTube videos, podcasts and live events. Transform your vision into reality with creativity and precision. Call us today and elevate your story on 0705 872 237. Behind every pulpit is a heart that serves, a life that leads, and a soul that often carries the weight of the flock.
Why is your church not growing?
Encourage a Pastor is a show that provides a platform to speak for the pastor, fivefold ministers, and the church at large.
Why should we just keep quiet and cry? People are not giving tithes. We keep complaining about what people are not doing. What can I do?
Sometimes when we come to the place where we understand that Christ is building the church, there is a certain kind of rest you enter into.
Engaging critical issues that encourage, equip, refresh, and envision pastors into the course of their work in the ministry.
The most important thing is the life of the Word of God in that church.
Many people do not know the intrigues and challenges of pastoring.
This show is a blessing to leaders and the led.
Catch Encourage a Pastor every Saturday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. hosted by Apostle David as we inform and speak for the ministers of the gospel. Are you seeking deeper understanding, spiritual growth, and a firm foundation in your walk with Christ?
Anyone who comes to the place of faith, believing Jesus Christ, they resurrect from the graves.
This is what we call doctrine.
Pillars of Faith, an educative and captivating forum to inspire your spiritual journey. With your host, Pastor Mark Mutinda, building lives on the unshakable truth of God's Word.
Welcome back. This is the Monday Morning Digest, and we are talking about the BBKI industry, where motherhood meets enterprise. And I have with me my guest here, Elizabeth Wanjiku. She's very, very passionate about, this particular industry and looking after mothers and helping mothers, create, a very comfortable environment and provide for their babies. And that comes at a price. That also requires investment in terms of, maybe providing the products, the real comfortable, high quality. Where actually, I think the key is, you said, Elizabeth, there is something, quality and price. Quality and price, and those two things have to really be balanced very, very nicely. But then let's talk about the new mothers. The new mothers, and what have you learned about, for example, the Gen Z mothers that are coming into motherhood, and how do they? What are you learning from them? What are some of their unique demands that are that don't quite compare with the older mother, your generation, and maybe even other older generation, and even mothers of the mothers, the grandmothers of the babies, who are also, because there have been mothers not long ago who also get into that mix of decision making. Tell us about what you've seen developing, and then we can talk about the future of the industry and what you think needs to be done to make sure that this industry works well.
Yeah, so thank you, Gigi. I love that question about how motherhood looks in 2025.
Yes.
Yeah, because for me, that's what I'm hearing you asking me.
Yes.
And to be honest, it's just a different market. It's a different game. I mean, in terms of motherhood, the mother in 2025 is at the forefront of herself. In terms of care.
Yes.
And I'll give an example to show you how much the mother of 2025 is very different.
Yes.
Because right now there's a growing movement around night nurses. I don't know if this is a concept you've heard.
No, I haven't heard about night nurses.
Night nurses is a thing now. There are companies that are doing that, and you have a night nurse who comes because you're very tired. You've been busy with the baby during the day. You need to sleep.
Right.
And you don't sleep at night when you have a newborn baby. They cry, they wake up. So you need someone there to be waking up, and your husband is also tired.
Right.
Or your partner is also tired, so they may not be able to wake up and also help. So you have two tired young parents.
Yes.
So now they are night nurses, so you can hire them in the evening. They come, when the baby cries, they come and take the baby, and they wake you up gently. You breastfeed, then they take the baby, they bath the baby, and they soothe the baby to sleep while you are sleeping.
All right.
Yeah. So that's how I would tell you. That's an example for me of how motherhood looks in 2025.
Right.
The woman is so aware of herself, in terms of care for herself postpartum after the baby. There's a lot of wellness, exercise. I need to take care of myself.
Yeah.
The mother has time to take care of herself and make her hair. The typical image of what we saw mothers, 15,
I'm not smiling, I'm just smiling.
15, 20 years ago,
yes.
You meet the mother and the hair, everything.
With their socks in their head.
Almost the socks. In fact, the stocking never came off the whole day.
Yes.
You meet the mother in 2025, no.
Yeah.
We are in the age of... so motherhood in itself, it looks like that. There's care, there's a little bit of fitness here, there's wellness, calming activities.
Yes.
There's a lot of what you would call self-care.
Okay.
Self-care where, I pamper myself, I'll go get my nails done.
Right.
I'll get a massage. Can have a masseuse come to my house to help me massage, help my postpartum healing process.
Yes.
The movement, I just remember like 10, 15 years ago, lactation specialists were not as big as they are. I mean, they were not as used as they are now. So, you would have breastfeeding challenges, you're suffering at home alone, your nipples are cracked, the baby has breastfed until you have mastitis, you're not aware. But now the lactation specialists are a call away.
Right.
You have a problem, your milk production is not flowing the way you want. You know, I mean, like I remember when I had my daughter and I got the cracked nipples while breastfeeding, the most painful by the 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗬 experience ever. I think respect to all mothers, to be honest. It is the most painful thing.
Yes.
And I was so lucky to have a lactation specialist, but finding her, that was the age where digital was not what it is now. Looking for the contact of a lactation specialist to come in to help you, to have to come and help you breastfeed your baby. There is your little one, you have milk but you can't give the baby. So when we look at how motherhood has changed now, these people are a call away. You go to digital, you go to social media and you're like, I'm looking for this expert or this specialist. They're on digital, a call away. You want someone to come and help you with postpartum recovery, you know. These people are there. So there's a lot of wellness care that is actually coming to you as a mother in 2025 as compared to before when there were very few people offering that service. Now you have massages as well. Moms are getting their postpartum to, you know, like what our aunt would do basically. The community in itself has changed. So what our aunts used to do, you know, they come, they help you tie your tummy with the lasso, tighten it up for you as you're trying to heal and get back to the person you are. Which you know, I always say, like, you can never be, you know, you can be yourself, but in itself motherhood is a life-changing experience. For both the mother and father, it's a life-changing in different dynamics.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, Elizabeth, it's true that even for the young man, I'll call him young man, although they are not young these days, they should be you know, as responsible as possible. Actually, once the baby comes, life changes completely. Here you are, your father. Now you have this little Kamodo, you know, this little fellow who actually is your own. This is your baby. And I think even as a man, thinking that through, that really just says you've grown up. Now you
can't be a child. You man up now. You have responsibility.
You have to man up. And that demand actually shifts the way you look at life. You have a wife, you have a baby, your status changes completely. And it means that you have to do everything in your power to make sure that things are working. So I truly appreciate that. You
become Baba, you know, all of a sudden you never noticed. You're like, my name was just Elizabeth. And then all of a sudden I'm Mama Nani. You know, you're realizing, you're like, who is that again? You know, it is very interesting, that change.
That's really amazing. Thank you very much, Beatrice Chuchu. You're following this conversation. She's saying night nurses. Wow, amazing. By the way, I've not heard about the night nurses, and I don't know what that is about. I don't know whether there is an interruption. Is there an interruption? Okay, all right. It's not here. Okay, so Elizabeth, given the new realities of 2025 in motherhood, how is that shifting in terms of the products you're offering, and also tell us what to expect in this baby Banda conference, because I believe that now you have shifted, the industry has shifted to take care of the new mothers, the 2025 generation of mothers.
Yes. And of course there's still millennials getting children now, because of course also work also has delayed for some, and of course now the Gen Z moms who are the biggest share in terms of the market that we are coming across. And I mean, the fair is an experience. The Baby Banda fair is an experience in itself for the mothers in terms of what they have. There's a lot of education. We actually call it capacity building. As a mother, we want to make sure we are building your capacity.
Right.
Your capacity to be able to take care of yourself, take care of the baby, and take care of your family.
Right.
Because there's a lot that's shifting for the mother. Before, you were a young girl, and then you are taking care of your baby. Now you have a household, and then this household, you now have what we would call third parties, your house helps.
Right.
You know, people that you did not have to depend on at all,
Yes,
who are
yes.
a management in itself.
Yes.
So a mother is managing a lot. So what happens is that the fair is an educative forum.
Yeah.
What you're going through in terms of pregnancy, we have experts who come to talk to you in terms of your pregnancy journey. You can ask them questions. It's very interactive. You have a baby, you want to understand their milestones, you want to understand vaccines, what vaccines, what do I do, how do I prepare. So it's a place where you're really coming to engage informally, where with experts you would ideally pay for to go and see.
Okay.
I mean, we do free scans for mothers, we do photography for them, they get their nails done, they have we have a lot of activities. We have the diaper-thon, which parents have really been requesting us to do, that we're doing this time round, and also we will do a fun fashion show for the moms to showcase themselves in the beauty of motherhood, because it's also a very important stage in life to remember to celebrate yourself, because mothers forget sometimes. Gen Z don't forget as much, but still, it's a good reminder. Hence why our theme.
Yes.
If you look at the Baby Banda Fair 2025, our theme is Celebrate, Connect, and Evolve.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of time and research to come up with a theme for the Baby Banda Fair, and that theme is brought alive in those 3 days.
Yes.
So first, we are celebrating motherhood. Well done for bringing another child into the world, and carrying a life for 9 months while you're running your other schedules.
Yes.
We want mothers to come and connect, because this generation values connection.
Yes.
That's why you would see influencer kind of marketing is big, because the generation that we are in values connection. And then we are also talking about the evolving of motherhood.
Yes.
We'll talk about technology and its support towards the motherhood journey. If you look at now, the mother has a lot of gadgets they can use to keep the baby happy.
Yes.
You have items like the rocker that you can put music and it swings the baby, and you put the baby down there. You don't need to run around carrying the baby, soothing the baby. And we have a lot of gadgets, technology and innovation in the industry for mother and baby to make motherhood easier, because even for some moms, they want to go back to work.
Right.
Yeah, not all of them want to stay home with the baby, and some do. So there's a lot of technology to support that. I mean, the technology now, even in baby monitors. I remember my daughter getting a baby monitor. It wasn't video. It was the one for it was the sound one. And then thinking or even conceptualizing the video ones of the baby monitor. They were so expensive and hard to find. Now it's a mobile app away. Mothers put a baby monitor, they see everything that's happening to the baby. They even in the office are seeing the baby as they sleep.
Right.
They're monitoring properly. So the technology, there's a lot of technology that has also advanced to be able to support the process of raising your baby. So that's how motherhood looks in 2025.
Absolutely. Absolutely amazing insights here about the 2025 mothers. It's completely a different game. There's a lot of technology, there's a lot of help, a lot of services available to make the mother happy, to make the mother, to create convenience for the mother.
The community of support is what has changed.
Actually, it has changed, and that's very, very good indeed. But we still have to mention a few nagging things, a few nagging problems. The whole thing about and I don't know how much it's going to affect Gen Z, the pushback against motherhood. Of course, abortion is now a big thing. There's also technology in that area, biological technology. By technology, I mean biological technology, contraceptives and things like that. So while once the baby is on the in the scene, there is a lot of help that is available.
Yeah.
But then there are these other women that somehow they are not working in the same direction, you know. And I know you are pro-life. What is your take about some of these young women who feel like a baby is an interruption in their life? What's your message for them?
So that's an interesting, Gigi, putting me on the spot.
Yeah, because we're talking about motherhood. Yes.
So no, but thank you so much. I really would like to maybe say my thoughts around that.
Yeah.
First, I want to start from saying that the mom and baby industry is driven by the baby. As I've said, that's the primary customer.
Yes.
So for us, we support as many babies to come into the economy as possible,
Yes.
because that's what drives the industry.
Right.
So for us, it's an added plus, and of course, what's the dynamic of how society is changing for women.
Yes.
In this time and age, where the modern woman has a lot of things balancing out.
Yeah.
There's work, they're an economic contributor to the home. There's still the managing of the home themselves, and there's still also like care and nurture still primarily falls upon the women. And this is a big problem in Europe right now, because of also putting babies into daycare and such support system. So it is very hard in terms of managing. So the thing I say is that what I believe is that this is a God thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And if your heart or feels like this when you're young,
yes.
We were all young once and had certain ideals and beliefs. Yeah. As you grow up and as you grow up, and when your time comes, that it will come to you.
Yes.
It will come to you. And that moment when it comes, you will be blessed.
Yes.
So that's what I can say about it. Yeah. In terms of when I talk to Gen Z moms, because even I think during the Gen Z movement, the Gen Z movement, remember, I never forget, I saw this placard. I saw a Gen Z holding a placard saying the only thing we fear is marriage.
Yes.
So I mean, it's a conversation to really have with them, as they have come in an age where I feel they have gotten into a space where we had information only that was very local, and the only way to get information was Google. But I feel the Gen Zs have grown up with platforms that even when we are starting our businesses, Instagram did not exist.
Yes.
Instagram, TikTok, these are things that have come after our businesses.
Yes.
So you imagine a Gen Z mom has come in, or even a young man and a woman Gen Z right now, they've had unfiltered, from the age of let's say 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Unfiltered internet consumption with so many ideas that I feel clarity got lost at some point, because even the parents of Gen Zs were very unaware of the impact of digital and what it had on them. So these children, it wasn't monitored, because even the parents were not aware that this is this space needs to be managed.
Yes.
At that time it was just a new innovation. They were talking about it, they allowed, so they had so much unfiltered information, which maybe has directed some of the thinking process. But I do feel as things are aligning and technology, AI is all understood, people will now come back. As I can see, there's a lot of movement into coming back into a certain value structure. To
the reality.
Yes.
To the reality of life,
yes.
motherhood,
yes. Adulting.
children, adulting,
yes.
and all that. And the more they try to kind of avoid these things, this conversation, now they are coming.
They are coming to it. Yes.
They are right. Their feet are right plugged into that.
Yes.
Because obviously life kind of just hits you with these realities, and as you say, there was a lot of unfiltered access to information. These kids grew too quickly, too early, and that now the ideal versus the reality that
was skewed.
Was skewed. But I'm glad that you guys are in that space helping mothers. So those of you that are young mothers or mothers to be, perhaps you've you've just signed up for marriage recently and you're so scared and you're wondering what's going to happen. They are wonderful, very well experienced mothers, and Elizabeth is one of them, and they run an organization, they run a whole industry, so the Baby Banda fair, I think, is a very good place for any young woman and young men also as well. We would like to encourage the young men also to get involved in this conversation, get to know what's going on, so that then as you bring up this new life into the world, you are actually a step ahead. You understand what it means to have a baby, a brand new baby, and that you also can actually budget properly, and so that you have a good experience, and that you make it worth your effort. Do it well and do it with care. Absolutely amazing. And so I'm so blessed. And Jacinta, let me just mention here, thank you, Elizabeth. Great insights indeed. Who qualifies to come for the fair? How much is the entry fee? Maybe we can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
And by the way, we haven't talked about the dates. I only saw the dates in passing, so you need to give the exact dates.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Gigi. So the Baby Banda and Baby Banda Pregnancy and Baby Fair is happening. It has its full name. The Baby Banda Pregnancy and Baby Fair, but we just allow the Baby Banda Fair as a way of the conversation. And it is happening in 𝒕𝒐 Center. It's on the 26th to the 28th. That is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a 3-day experience for the mom. It will be at 𝒕𝒐 Center, and it will be from the doors open from 9 a.m. and it closes at 6. So that is on towards the end of this month. It's in this September, so we are looking forward to seeing you, Jacinta, coming in. Entry is free. We don't charge the mother. It's a very value-driven activity. So we are not charging the mother to come. We are giving them the value of coming to the event and experiencing it, and they get value, because I want to say that the Baby Banda Fair as a product has stayed this long because of the value it offers to the mother. I mean, even now when you meet mothers who've come to the event before, the things that they will tell you is that there's so much value they got. Some, that was the first time they bought their insurance policy for their child at the fair, and up to now it has saved a lot in education. Yeah, so there's a lot you come in and experience. Of course, there's a lot of discounted prices. It's also a lot of information that you come and get. There's a lot of just value for the mom for that one day, and for that 3 days you get to do nothing else but just enjoy being a mom and saying, I'm just doing only me and my motherhood journey. So for those 3 days we allow you to come, and just there's nothing else other than me, the mother. Yes, absolutely. Yes, and the fathers as well. We have dads who really also come, and we love it when we have them. If you look through our pages, our website, I mean, we have photos for the fair from 2008. You can view them on the website, on our website for Baby Banda Fair. And we also encourage people to really come and learn. These are information that is ideally it's expensive to get at a one go, and at the fair you end up getting all this value. So it's on September 26th to 28th at 𝒕𝒐 Center Expo.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. I'm really so these are conversations that we need to have, and those of you mothers, pastors, church leaders, get your women groups and what have you. Tell them that to spare some time towards the end of this month, 28th, 29th and 30th, and get actually to learn as much as possible. I really think that we can do our generation a lot of good when we provide them with information, and we open the door for them to build a better experience in life. Absolutely amazing. So let's talk about the final thoughts about some of the things that the expectations that you have. What are your plans for the future? How do you see the industry shaping? What's your vision in this space? And what do you think the government should do to help you guys out? I mean, you are in an industry and you feel maybe perhaps the government could do more. I know everybody is always petitioning the government here and there, but but it's good to raise these issues so that then you can have more people speaking into it.
Yeah, thank you, GJ. I think when I look into the industry of mom and baby, it's still what you'd call an infant industry here. Yes, there are products in the market, so people who have the capital power can go in China, produce products and pour them out in the market. But then they come in, some stay in the market and some come in and move out. So I think for us in the industry is seeing a growth towards a bit more regulation on imports, especially imports that that don't follow through the right route, a bit more regulation into standardization of mom and baby products. I mean, it's a product that goes to a very sensitive market segment, and of course we would like to see more controls around products that mom are being sold to for their babies. We do care about the baby and we want the best for the child as they're growing. So that's an area we would like to see a bit more control over. I mean, the Baby Banda is launching the Mom and Baby Industry Awards, and that is part of bringing that innovation. So when you ask me what is the future and how does innovation look like, at the fair we launch the Mom and Baby Industry Awards. We've started reaching out in terms of you know, segmenting the different stakeholders who are in the mom and baby industry, and allowing the public to be able to vote on those people who they feel are serving them and giving them great service, and they get value from their products. So I mean, Baby Banda continues to innovate. We have certain products in the pipeline that are coming up that we are working on. As I said, Gigi, you'll see them on the shelf soon. On your nearest shelf, you know, soon. And we continue, our vision is just to actually create an ecosystem that exists to bring value to the mother and baby and the family unit, because we know foundationally, if you're taking care of that, then of course you're taking care of society at large. So that is our future plans as Baby Banda. I mean, at the fair you'll hear more about. We have a stand there. Please visit the Baby Banda stand, which you'll see all our products. You'll meet our staff there, and of course the different conversations as well that will add value to the mother. You can meet us also at the fair. I hope I'll see you there, Elevate TV, covering a bit of our fair. All right.
Yeah, we will see what we can do to get involved in that conversation. I truly appreciate that, and in fact, the bait of the award, actually, I was going to raise that. So, because as you say, yes, the industry has its own challenges, but I think when you bring in an award, then you can. Then those people who really doing their best, they can be rewarded and recognized, and that also gives structure and motivation for innovators like you. So when you get that sticker, and you said you have already copyrighted the
it's a trademark. It's a trademark of Baby Banda.
So that way, then when if there's a baby formula or some innovative product, and you get that stamp on it, and you brand your thing together with that particular award, that then gives value to the industry. And then it identifies those who are genuine and those who are not genuine. All right, so amazing. I love your entrepreneurial spirit. I love your commitment and your passion, and everyone should reach out to Elizabeth here. She's very, very passionate and well-traveled. The other day I spoke to you. You are in South Africa. What were you doing in South Africa, by the way?
It was just also looking at the industry, the mom and baby industry, and the innovations and structure that are going around it, because we need to see how the structure looks like to be able to just understand what it is, because the Southern Africa end is very advanced in terms of their industries. So in terms of streamlining the Kenyan market, we want to see what it is that these other industries have done. We have UK as well. UK had a big industry through the mother care, and all of it closed. I mean, there's a lot that's going on in the industry in terms of structure. So we are just looking at how does this ecosystem look like? How does it need to be organized and structured for it to be an ecosystem that actually ends up offering an industry space, but then still gives the mother and the mother and baby value in the journey that they're embarking on.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And of course, Africa is the place where the populations are growing. Africa is where, what do you call it? The children and the populations are growing, and that's a great place. So this is the right time for you to be in this part of the world and to invest in this part of the world. And so thank you so much, Elizabeth, for your heart, for your investment, for everything that you're doing to make it possible for mothers to have a great experience. And I want to wish you God's blessing as you labor in this field and you serve the Lord and serve mothers and take care of those little babies. Those are, you say they are your customers,
those
although
are customers.
They never get to remove money from their pockets. So as we wrap up, we are out of time. So look at this camera, speak to those mothers and call them out. You have about 30 seconds for your final comment.
So mothers, we are looking forward to experiencing together the Baby Banda Fair this September 26th to 28th, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We have different activities for those days. You'll have lots of fun. You'll meet a huge community that you'll enjoy being part of. We're looking forward to seeing you there so that you can enjoy all these things that we have to offer. It will be a fun and great time and extremely educational. The questions you have, the fears, the uncertainties, the worries, you'll find different stakeholders at the Baby Banda Fair to support you, from nutritionists to gynecologists, to pediatricians, to baby massage experts, to the panel is wide, to breastfeeding experts, to different experts. You'll find them, to counselors as well. You'll find all this support at the Baby Banda Fair. You have something you want to talk about, this is the place to come and pour it all out. And for us, this is what we love to hear. We love to see you and hear some of the things that you're going through and support you in that journey. So looking forward to seeing all the mothers there on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 26, 28 at the Sarit Center Expo. See you there.
Asante sana.
Thank you, Gigi.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm very, very happy to have you here, and thank you for really all the insights you've shared with us and your passion coming through. May the Lord bless you so much. You've done an amazing job. God bless you. That's all we had for you. This is the Monday Morning Digest. I'll be your host, Godfrey Gichuki. I look forward to seeing you next week. Keep it elevate. We'll come back to you next week. God bless you and have a great day. Bye for now.